Okay, it's Greg Robinson with Terminal 2W. We're back at DFW and we're back to try our Atlanta run again.
Hopefully, second time's a charm.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Now, we're going to be going over the same things we tried to go over last time. The goals will be to compare the first class products, the service product, perhaps getting around in the airport, and definitely the airline club. So we're going to do American Airlines Club today here in Terminal C at DFW. And then we'll do a Delta Sky Miles or Delta Sky Club in Atlanta on the way back.
Yes.
So I think we've already gone over expectations and what we expect to see, but anything different this time?
No, just hopefully that we get through it.
Okay, so we've checked the weather. We should be good. And I am 100% certain something will probably go wrong. So join us for the journey, and remember, if you like our videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment a lot if you like her, and that way I can get her to do more films.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay.
This part of our trip is going to be flown from DFW to Atlanta for about 730 miles. There are a few things that the Admirals Club has going for it, and one of them is the fact that you can at least always pretty much find a seat. The food has definitely been improving, and I will say the selections are not only improving in terms of quality, but choice, and even quantity of choice. Best of all, it's really well situated for most of the terminals. They're easy to get to the gates, and that makes a difference. Now here's one of the things that really makes a difference on American Airlines. Even though this aircraft is 15 years old, it actually feels nearly new, and frankly it's clean, spiffed up, and really everything's very modern.
American Airlines, we need everyone to please take their assigned seat. Do not switch seats unless you've discussed a seat change with the flight attendant. It just causes confusion at the end when the agent comes on to do seat.
Welcome aboard American
Okay,
Airlines.
we're on our flight. Boarding was a cinch. It was very smooth. I've got Natasha here with me, and we'll be taking off in about 15 minutes. We're in the bulkhead seat again, and the interesting thing is, this isn't what I booked. I booked rows seats. Oh, thank you.
Please let us know. Free entertainment is available on today's flight.
I booked row 2 on the starboard side of the airplane, and somehow we're on the port side of the airplane, and we're in bulkhead again. And I think that's because there was an equipment change. So, but it's fine. It's a 2-hour flight. As people may know from previous videos, I'm not a fan of the bulkhead area, but look, it's first class, and I don't have a hard life. So, Natasha, you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Gotta hold it.
Something to drink? Well, this bulkhead area is different than the last bulkhead area because I do not see my little tray table. Maybe, yeah, no, I don't see it. There is, however, this little thing. You see that? That's cool because I bring way too many books and writing items and things that I probably won't even use. But you never know. We might be on this plane for 2 hours. We might be on this plane for 20 hours. Who knows what life will take us. Oh, I do have a little tray. Look at that. All right. There we go.
Yeah. All right. We're going to get cinched up enjoy our beverage, and get ready for takeoff. This American Airlines Airbus is about the same age as the Southwest 737 I flew about a week earlier. And you know what? It doesn't squeak, it's not filthy, and I can see through the windows. This is a very sharp turn, and it's uphill as well. This is one of the longest and bumpiest taxis I've done in Atlanta, bar none. Unbelievable how bumpy this is. Okay, we just finished the American Airlines to Atlanta portion of our flight. Did first class. I personally think that American Airlines tends to cater more to the simple and make it easy for the business traveler kind of first class. It's clean. You get exactly what you expect. Everything's kind of efficient. It's easy to clean up. And I think those are big pluses when you're flying a lot, particularly if you're flying a lot as I do, both for business and pleasure. But now we have Natasha with us, and let's find out what she thought.
Honestly, I don't think that they... Well, no, I guess they do tend to you more when you're in first class. Because now I'm remembering the last time I didn't fly first class, and it took forever to throw away my little pretzel bag.
And the flight attendants on this trip sensed that she was hungry and kept bringing her snacks.
Yeah, the flight attendant was really nice. She found out that I hadn't eaten this morning because of my doctor's appointment, and she just piled on the snacks, and she didn't judge me at all, which was nice. For the ladies, The bathroom on the plane did have complimentary tampons and pads, which I think is a really big plus because you never know when that's going to happen, and you never, and it's the worst when it hits on an airplane, so I really appreciated that.
You gotta look in the camera. All right, so our next job, for the second part of this video, we're gonna go to the Delta Sky Club. We're gonna enjoy the lounge, get something to eat. We've got a couple of hours here. And then we're gonna turn around, board a plane, a Delta plane, to fly back to Dallas. So that flight is coming up. More in the future.
Bye!
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.
My new cousin is introduced. That's me with Bella. Still to this day, because she insists on me picking her up.
Okay, there's another Bella, I take it, with long legs.
No, that's Zola.
Every one of these is just turning out to be your daughter or your cat.